All right, what's up guys? It's Mitch or Deity, and today I kind of need to make this video now, so I'm not fully prepared for everything that I need to do. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about this part first. So we are going to be entering day 7 tomorrow, I believe. Yeah, day 7. So with day 7, you're going to end up getting some 5-star login characters. The amount of self-control is taken to not click those buttons is unbelievable. But I have not claimed mine yet. This account's logged in for like 10 days, I think. So I logged into it a couple days before I started the guide, just because I planned on starting the guide, then it took longer to do it. But today's overall thing is going to be building your Golem 13 team to clear the hunt challenge here. So when building your Golem 13 team, we're also going to be working on characters that we're going to be using for the last stage of adventure currently in the game, which is stage 410-10. I'm going to be having you make your team for that while doing the golem thing, just so we're knocking 2 things out at the same time. So we are going to go ahead and claim this, and we have our adventure set. We're going to end up claiming that. But all we're going to be trying to do is clear up to Golem 13 once to clear this. Then for this, we're going to be doing 20 of probably Golem 11 because it's going to be the easiest and fastest. So we're just going to be gearing our Golem characters long enough to clear these 2 challenges, just like the Wyvern, and then we're going to go and make sure that we finish all of this stuff as well. Once we get all this stuff done, then we will start the Banshee one. So the Banshee one, we won't really do anything special for right now. Banshee will be important to farm later, and I will give you guys a team to farm it. It most likely will not be a one-shot. If I will show if you decide to pull Biken because you want to focus Banshee, I will show that, but again, I don't suggest using your resources to pull like anything right now. Biken's the most value over Landy in my opinion, just for a newer account, as you're going to get much more progress on your account out of Biken than you would Landy, because Landy doesn't do anything for you in PvE. She's good, but you have replacements. So that is going to be the goal. And again, like I said, whenever you're doing the challenges for that, you're going to be wanting to make sure you do enough to get this as well. So if you maybe farmed a little bit of extra Wyvern, it would have been smart to do that. I just didn't have this pulled up yet when I beat Wyvern the other day, or on day 5. So if you do a little bit of this, that's fine, or I guess that was yesterday. My days are all flying together right now. So the reason I am making this video now is you are going to be entering day 7. So story summon banners only last for 7 days, meaning that you need to finish summoning for Tamarin. So if you do not have her yet, like me, and you're getting close to pity, this is where you're going to have to spend Skystones. This is why I've been telling you to save the entire time, because I want to teach you how to properly manage your resources and take advantage of banners. So with this, I'm going to go ahead and do my summons. I'm going to probably use Tamarin for the golem clearing, because we need to build her anyway. But as you see, we've absolutely gotten shafted. So we are going to do 110 summon, and this is painful. I will say, as you get further into the game, you are not going to ever really use Skystones directly for summoning unless you're a whale. You are going to be using your Skystones for refreshing your secret shop, which I'm going to show you if I don't pull her right here. But I am going to spend 950 Skystones. So if you guys are to day 7 and you have this timer, you can keep clearing story. There's going to be a couple things you can do. I'd keep playing until the last second that you can before the spanner goes, so that you can spend the least amount of Skystones possible. If I were to go clear story right now, I could get another 10 summons before she goes away. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to go ahead and get her. So let's go ahead. I hate doing this. All right, do we actually get her? Or do we pity? Oh my gosh, this account is completely cursed. This is unbelievable how unlucky this is. Okay, so now that we are here, we are to Tamarin, guaranteed banner. Now I'm going to teach you about secret summoning, or secret shop refreshes. So I did do refreshes to get 10 already, because doing refreshes, it costs gold, but you have the chance of getting gear that pops up that can be decent. It's very, very rare. But then you get the higher your level for your secret shop, the better chance of getting good gear. So the thing with the higher level of secret shop, though, it does not affect your chances of covenant bookmarks dropping or mystic medals dropping. So whenever you're refreshing, you have the chance to get mystic medals at all times, which are the most important items in the game. So whenever you're doing this, be on the lookout for gear that's good, but see, I already got a bookmark. If you do 950 Skystones of refreshes within here, you usually end up getting, I think, like on average 12 per. So sometimes you'll do 950, you only get like 7, but then the next time you could get 15. I've gotten like 4 refreshes in a row, I think. I've gotten bookmarks before, but you can get mystic medals from this. So by getting mystic medals, that's one of the only ways to extra get mystic medals for free-to-play players. So most of the time, what players do is they get their weekly arena rewards. So I reached gold arena, by the way. Reaching gold arena, just use your regular team. So your regular story farming team, and just auto any character or anyone it looks like you can beat. But if you see rank 70 or a rank 60 something player, a lot of the times you need to just skip them and just go to refresh and go to the next person. So like this person right here, rank 40, I would beat him. But if they were ranked 60 or something, probably wouldn't beat him. They do have a bunch of 6 stars, so this would probably be a closer fight, but I revive. But you'll learn as you go, but just know if they're ranked 70, you're going to lose to them. The reason that they're down here is because they didn't play the game and dropped in the ranking. So be aware of that when climbing arena, but I did finish that. So Spectre Tenebria is fully unlocked. So let's get her fully unlocked so we maybe have a little bit of luck in our... We have 2 Moonlight summons to do. That's what it looks like when you summon Moonlight 5-star character. So... I do have one funny story too, real quick, as we're getting to our summons. So you guys know I've been inviting people to Discord. If you guys want to join Discord, if you need a guild, join the Discord and we will get you in one of our new player guilds. So I have a rule thing on Discord, no inviting to outside guilds right now. We want everyone to be in the new guilds because the new guilds are unbelievably active. We finished all the challenges immediately and we're just continuing to stockpile those new guilds. And as we get further, we're going to take the better players from each of the new guilds or people who have been playing longer, move them up to like a better guild series. Someone just joined the guild right there. But we're going to be building like strong guilds for the people who stay with the game consistently. And then we're going to, as new players keep coming in from watching these guides, we're going to fill those old slots. So it's going to become like a dynasty of guilds is the idea. But I've made rules in the Discord. Do not make your own guild. If you're going to do a guild and invite people, then I need you to DM me, and you can run a guild if you want. I need guild leaders. I would love it if you would DM me and be like, hey, I can lead a guild, because then I can send you a list of 15 people right away to invite. It'd be great. But I had someone today that started just randomly inviting people to a guild. Didn't know who it was. They never talked in Discord, never said anything. They would just send an invite to each person that put their name in there. It was Sky Blue or Navy Blue Guild. He wasted an hour or 2 hours of my day trying to figure out who it was, telling people to not join that guild, because if he's doing this, I don't know if he knows what he's doing to run the guild. He's going to have people requesting catalysts and ruin the new player experience for people, which he did, by the way. But he kept inviting. I added everyone and said, do not join this guild. If you joined it, leave it. He kept inviting people all day. So I sent a message to a friend. I was like, hey, can you pretend to be a new player and type in the chat, and gave him a name to type in the chat. He typed in the chat because I said, whoever the leader of Sky Guild is, DM me and we can work this out. He would not DM me. I gave him every chance possible. I'm talking about this in case it ends up on Reddit. Let me go to summons. I'm talking about it in case it ends up on Reddit that I did something wrong, because I did not. He wasted 2 hours of my day. So I tried to get him to join and talk to me about it. And I would have let him run the guild, but he did not message me. So I had my friend put in that he's a new player, but it was an alt account. It was a level 10 alt account that I had sitting there. I had it open. I joined the guild, and I was going to like pretend I'm a new player and like get him to give me his Discord so I could ask him questions. But I was just immediately mad. I've been so mad all day because he wasted so much of my time trying to figure out who it was so I can get them to stop and get them out of the Discord. So I just immediately got in there, and then I told him, I was like, if you want to run this, DM me, or else I'm just going to tell everyone to keep leaving. So he DM'd me, but at this point, I'm so mad that he wasted so much of my time. I sent like one message, immediately blocked him, kicked him from the server. If you're going to join the guild and want to be a guild leader, read the guild rules, message me that you want to be a guild leader. I will let you. I don't care who does it. Just follow the rules. So annoying. Most annoying thing that could have possibly happened today. It wasted so much of my time, like I just wasted you guys' time if you're watching for the guide. I'm sorry. But let's go ahead and get Tamarin. I don't know. It was funny because the way I did it, I infiltrated the guild pretending to be someone else, got his info, and then kicked him because he wouldn't give me his info otherwise. It was such a funny thing going back. I should have recorded the whole thing because it probably would have been pretty entertaining to actually upload the full infiltration mission, but it is what it is. I feel bad about it because I think they were a new player too, trying to just do their own thing. And I'm like, no, you are not ruining other players' new guild experience because I don't know if you know what you're doing. That was the whole issue behind it. But okay, moving on from that, I just wanted to talk about it because that was my day. That's what I dealt with. So if you are new and want to join a guild Discord, we have like 15 guilds of 20-something players. I'm going to do my Mystic Summons first. So I have some Mystic Summons. Based on the luck of this account, though, I'm not expecting to ever summon an ML5. I don't think even if I hit pity, it would give it to me. It would probably like show up Raz laughing and then reset my pity. Dude, this account is absolutely cursed. One nice thing about doing Mystic Metal summons, though, is when you're doing them, there's a smaller pool of 3-star heroes, and Hazel's in this one. So if you get some Mystics, getting Hazel dupes is pretty nice because we're going to be using her for later story. But you get triple S on these characters very, very easily. So once you get triple S on these characters, you unlock more regular bookmarks. So we got Tamarin, though. We got that. Let's do 2 Moonlight 5 summons. Let's do our normal thing real quick. We are going to get into the Golem part of the guide. I'm sorry. I'm trying to make these videos more than just another 3-star. Okay, if any of you ever complain about luck, this is insane. If any of you ever complain about luck on your account, I have summoned 1 5-star out of hundreds of summons with everything, with the free covenant summons and everything. Didn't summon 1 5-star through all of that. So I don't want to hear, I didn't get this character. Yeah. Yeah? You didn't? Well, I didn't get anything. Okay, well, I don't know why I'm claiming this stuff. So the team that we're going to be using, I'm just mad. I've had our stressful day, I'm sorry. So the team we're going to be using for Wyvern. So we have finished Adventures Raz Specially Changed. I am going to go into Adventure Raz and explain everything with him. We're going to be using Mercedes. We're going to be fully awakening her. We did 6-star her. Next up, we're going to be using Spectre Tenebria. She's going to be our core damage dealer. And lastly, for this, you have the option to, most of you probably already got Tamarin and not 4 billion summons. But you have the option to use Hazel here if you do not have Tamarin yet, if you're to this part of the guide and maybe don't have Tamarin. But if you do have Tamarin, we're just going to use her. Like, it's just going to be better. It's going to make it easier. Hazel can be used in this for later if you do end up wanting to build like a permanent Golem team. Golem's the worst one to farm still. It does have a new set called Protection Set, but it's not really worth farming it a ton to get that. So that's going to make me click on it 100 times. So we're going to go into Raz right now. You do need to start working on Hazel's specialty change though. So with Raz on the team, we are going to end up putting the free HP set on him. So the free HP set that is currently on your Tamarin or Destina, you will leave on there. The set that you need to get is going to be in this hunt challenge. So I do need to go get that. I believe you have to buy 2 Epic Catalysts to unlock it. So the set we're going to be putting on him, yeah. So we need to buy 2 Epic Catalysts from AP Exchange and Unrecorded History. So let's go do that. But you are going to be fully leveling it up. I'll show all the characters, and then I'm going to take a break, cut the guide to where I'm fighting Golem 13 once I level up Tamarin and do all the stuff I need to do. But I'll show all the characters before I go back into it. But for the challenge, you need to buy this. This is needed for your Fire Mercedes. So we're going to go ahead and buy 4. That completes the challenge, and we are good to go. So now I'm going to go claim that health set. But for Raz, real quick before we switch off, you are going to want to go into his skill tree. Why will it not let me? Okay, it was an Awaken. So a skill tree, you really only need to get a plus 18 for right now. You can do more, but this is extra combat readiness. It's 10%. It's not a huge deal. This is extra damage for his X slash. Don't care about it. This is 20% combat readiness when using Purifying Flame. Not insane. And this is increases effect resistance of all allies by 5%. So none of this is absolutely necessary right now. I'm going to be using these Greater Flame Runes to do the Hazel specialty change too, so I'm going to balance the two and decide which is more important. And I do need some of them to awaken Ba Model Kana, and I think that's all actually. Once I awaken Ba Model Kana, all the other characters are awakened, but I do need to do 2 of Mercedes Awakening. So I don't want to put too much into this, but this is what my skill tree looks like, and this is what I'm going to be using for my Adventure Raz. So now we're going to claim that gear in here. I'm going to go ahead and gear my characters. I'll come back, show my geared characters, and show us fighting Golem 13 and how to deal with that hunt. But I will see you when I get back. All right, what's up, guys? Mature Deity. Oh, I already did the intro, so whatever. But I'm back. So the team is done. I'm going to show stats. I'm going to show you a manual run of Golem 13. So here are the stats for the team, an update on the guy that was doing the server stuff with the other guild, inviting people to some random guild. Well, they're still doing it somehow, even though I kicked them from the server, so I had to completely shut down the guild recruitment for now. I'm going to be, after this video, coming up with a new way to do it. So if any of you guys still need a guild, join these, just join the server, and I will update you on how to get into the new guild recruiting system. I'm already stressed. This is just adding stress. And the craziest thing is, of the thousands of people that this guide has reached already, it took one person to give me hours of extra work. That's the depressing part of being a content creator, is you always get that one weirdo who just can't be normal. So I'm sorry, I'm stressed. This is just something that's gonna give me a ton more work and has throughout the day. So it is what it is though. I'm used to it. I've been doing this for 10 years. So I'll get through it, but I'm just not having the greatest of days. So here's the Adventure Raz. Let me go ahead and move my face cam for the stats, and I'm sure you guys are wanting to see those. So With this, you don't really need to do any kind of enhancements on Raz. You just need to do a specialty change. If you're working on a specialty change, you need to farm a ton of runes. This takes a while, so just keep that in mind. But here is the gear. I put the second free HP set gear that you get from the Golem challenges on him. So now he is geared up, good to go. So Mercedes, I went ahead and threw Tieria's gear on her for now for clearing the first time. It is the most efficient instead of going and upgrading a whole new gear set. So this is what she's at, and having the speed set does give her a little bit more like bonus. So her stats aren't perfect, but like I said, this is just for beating Golem 13 one time. Now we have our Spectre's Neighbors. She's on the free attack set. I'm on the Pegasus boots. If you don't have Pegasus boots, you can buy the Arena boots of crit set. They cost 720, I believe, conquest points. And then this ring costs 720 conquest points, and the same thing. This ring's amazing. You just pray it doesn't roll a bunch of defense. Even if it does, it's fine. It's whatever. Mine rolled pretty good so far. 16 crit chance, 12 crit damage. Cannot complain. And then these boots are terrible, so you're better off having the boots from the arena, but I'm going to go ahead and try to clear out the Pegasus boots because those are what I have upgraded for right now. And then the last character is Tama. So I did 6-star Tam and I did 6-star Mercedes. So Tamarin right now these are the stats for her. She is on the original set that we were using on Destina, but now Tamarin is going to take Destina's spot in all content. So we will only be using Tamarin now, including story, Abyss, all of that. So our normal farming team, the only character we switched out is Tama for Destina. So our normal like story farming team. So now that we have all those characters, I'm going to go ahead and show what other things you can do. So during the point of this guide, we are getting Soul Bad Guy. So if you wanted to, you can use Soul Bad Guy. You can farm the copies up for him to give him imprints too. And then you can 6-star him. So that is an option if you want to use him. But I personally wouldn't because you won't use him anything else. The reason I'm using Mercedes is we're going to be using her in PvP later. And we're going to be using her specifically as the only option. And terms of the team that I'm using to beat Zeo, or the boss for chapter 4 10-10. Sorry for spoilers. And you can also use Sirmia. So doing the hunt challenges gives you everything to fully upgrade Sirmia. So having Sirmia in that slot works fine, but the reason I'm not doing it is because we're multi-using Mercedes. Sirmia doesn't have PvP usage, and most of those spots you would use her in PvE. Spectre Seeber is doing the same thing. So that is why we went with this team, but just know you can alternate that, and there are other options you do. If you have a Saria, you could do Tam, Raz, a Saria, Specteni, save up souls, and blast it. So there are options you can do if you're trying to beat Golem 13 for the first time, but let's go ahead and try to beat it now and wrap up this video. So after I beat this, I'm going to tell you what you can be doing next and working on. And tomorrow we are going to be trying to finish up all these challenges and get into Banshee and try to beat the Banshee Banshee quest. So I was able to full auto all of them up into here, but if I would have stopped in Soulburned, it would have made it a lot faster. But once you get to 13, I want you to manually hunt again, just like you did on the other one. So our goal of manually the hunt is building as many souls as we possibly can before getting into the next part of the fight. So we are going to be so in terms of building souls, I think I'm just going to S1, because if I S3 I'm going to do too much damage. I'm just going to S1 here. We want to take as many turns with Raz and Tamarin as we can before getting into it. So using skill 3 does generate more souls. It always says next to it, like this gives 2 souls, this gives 1 soul, this gives 1 soul. So just go ahead and do this. Once we knock these down a little bit, we'll be able to heal again with Tamarin. And the thing with Tamarin is once we get into the next phase, we'll be able to immediately go into idle form. So I'm going to go ahead and just S3 this one. I think it's going to kill it though, because my Specteni is pretty strong. If I was to wait to do this until I upgrade, no we didn't. If I would have upgraded the ring, that would have killed. If I upgraded the ring to the max. So I'm going to go ahead and just S1 again. That kills the front one. We can S2. Now Tamarin is fully juiced. We built up a decent amount of souls. And then Specteni is going to kill this. So the thing is, you can fail this multiple times. I may fail it right here. So if I fail it right here, just follow what I did and keep trying to beat it. So the thing with this is every time you attack the main boss, he's going to have a chance to counter. Or not a chance to counter, it's every 5 times you hit him, he ends up countering. So the thing with soul burning here is Raz is going to be your soul burn, because if he lands a defense break, which he did, you get a ton more damage. So you want to do as much as you can. The run is going very good right now, and we're going to go ahead and S3 from here. So he is 1 attack away from countering though, which is annoying. So you can see he does a ton of damage. But the nice thing is we're back to Tam, so we're going to be full HP on all our characters, 2-turn attack buff. This is going to generate some souls, so we're going to go ahead and boost up again. So Raz should infinitely have S2 soul burn, so we can go ahead and do it again. He is going to counter right here. We did not land defense break, so you may end up needing a run where you land defense break every single time in order to beat it. So the problem with using Mercedes here is she hits him twice, so that part's a little annoying. But we have him down to half HP. We stripped the attack buff, that's huge. We landed 2 poisons, so we are doing really good so far. The problem is this will defense break, and then this heals and cleanses, and it heals a very big chunk. So now we are to this part. I'm going to go ahead and put up defense buff for this portion because it will give us more. It'll heal Raz a little bit. It'll give us defense buff before he counters because we are at the point where he's going to counter. So like I said, he counters every 5 hits. So you kind of want to count how many times you've hit him. So now Mercedes can S1, and when Potion Vial did not proc, so we lost out on another hit. So we're getting to a point where it's getting very scary, and I may end up failing from here. So the problem, if I can defense break here without burning, we will kill it, I think, unless my Spectani, unless he's on counter. We didn't get the defense break, so that shows you right there how important the defense break is. So this is a failed run, but you saw what it would have taken to beat it. It's just landing the defense break with Raz. We had souls, we had everything we needed, so we're gonna have to go again. It is what it is. It's gonna take a couple tries. So just do what I just did there until you beat it. This team will work. Sirmia, if you're using Sirmia, use the EE. That gives you an extra 25% chance to S1 again, and then you will end up beating this. I'm not going to go until I beat it because you saw right there I was literally 1 defense break away from clearing the fight. So I am using Daydream Joker on Spectani and the other character on Mercedes. So you're going to use Daydream Joker in your damage dealers. Your Raz, if you put on Aureus, that's going to be best because it keeps your damage dealers alive. And then Tamarin, whatever artifact you have, if you don't have Aureus for Raz, just put a Night artifact. Adamant can work okay. Steadfast Gatekeeper is another good option. But Tamarin, Wondrous Potion Vial is going to be your best bet. If you don't have that, you can use Magahar's Tome. This one, Eternus isn't great, but if you don't have another option, you can go ahead and use that. And all of those are fine to use. So that will be the clearing Golem 13 guy. But like I said, it'll take a couple tries, but you just need to beat it once. Once you beat it once, go back to Golem 11, put this team that beat it on auto, and you will finish the Hunt Expert Challenge for at least these 2 things today. And the thing is, we didn't really move any gear. The only gear I did move that I need to move back is going to be my Mercedes gear to my Tenebria. So it's going to cost me like 200,000 to move that gear back. So it's fine, but we will get all these bookmarks. I'm not going to do the summons today since we didn't get the final one. I'll do the summons in tomorrow's video, but we will need to clear 15 more times. So just 1 auto pet, just use your pet, do a 15 run of this while you're doing anything else. And then the last thing is going to be finishing this is going to take a while. You're going to need to be upgrading all that new gear you just got, all the new attack set and new other set. You'll do that by farming unrecorded history. You should still be farming unrecorded history in the background the entire time. And then in terms of promotion, you'll need to be farming unrecorded history to buy the Spirit Blooms to finish this. And then once you're done with that, you're just completely done. So make sure you get this, and then we're good to go. So that is all I have for the Hunt Challenge. Once you're finished with the Hunt Challenge in Adventure, your Adventure team is what I said earlier. It is going to now, if you may have already done this because you've gotten Tamarin, but you put Tamarin here, that's going to be your team for beating Chapter 3. If there's a hard fight in Chapter 3, I will be clearing some in Chapter 3 today. And that's all you're going to work on. You're going to work on that. You're not going to work on any of the Banshee stuff yet. The Banshee stuff we'll probably be able to clear with characters we already have, and I will show you how to do that tomorrow. And then we will work on a true Banshee team later, and I will teach you the mechanics of Banshee. But for right now, that's all you need to do. But if you have not come into here and fully cleared all of this, come in here, do this. I have like I probably have 2,500 Skystones sitting here that I can earn for my account. So yes, you will be burning Skystones to refresh your energy, but you'll be making progress doing all that. Secondly, work on your AP exchanges. I wouldn't worry about getting this gear, really. You can, but if you open all the AP exchanges within this, the biggest thing is getting all of the Breath of Orbises. You want to get all of them. The more you have, the better. So the attack set gear, do not worry about getting. Don't bother. We get so many attack sets. You do not need more attack sets. The only thing that might be worth getting is these sets. I think they cost 120 a piece, and if they do, if you finish this and get it, that's cool. Feel free to, but it's extra farming. If you clear this, I would just grab the Breath of Orbits and get out. We are going to be getting this set from Labyrinth, and we're going to be getting this set from Chapter 4 story. So, or maybe it's Chapter 3. I think it's Chapter 3 story. Yeah, it's Chapter 3 story. We're getting a T80 set of this. So I would rather you put your resources in a T80 set. First getting this, it's not as worth it. So these pieces are okay. Like this one's pretty good. But if you want it for later, they're going to end up being for PvE characters. If you want it for later, you can come back and get it. But the main thing you should focus on is getting all of these Breath of Orbises. So clear these challenges, do all that, and then get all your Sky Stones from clearing all the extra stuff. So once you have finished that, you can start clearing some of Chapter 4, or Chapter 3, sorry. So you can come in and start getting a little bit in Chapter 3. So one thing with Chapter 3 is the bosses are super tanky, and every single stage takes a couple minutes to complete. So this will take us days to get through. Maybe not days, it'll probably take me a day, but it'll take a long time of leaving the game open and clicking buttons. So just know that that part takes a while. It is something that you definitely want to be doing on the side. Click a story, be doing something else, skip through it. Once you beat it, go to the next one until you end up getting stuck. And then once you get stuck, hopefully my video will guide you through what to do from there. But that's all I have for today. I showed off just about everything. In terms of expedition teams, we'll be working on our expedition teams later. I might go over them tomorrow, we'll see, but we'll set up at least a beginning expedition team so you can do your first level 1s, and then we will be upgrading them as we beat Chapter 3, because we will be getting Shu from Selective Summon if you haven't got Shu by this point. And that's all I got for this video. It's not too long, sorry. My brain is just fried, you guys have known that, and then with this, dealing with this one guy today, literally causing me hours of more work, because he's just being an idiot. Can't just take, like, if you want to do your own new player thing, go make your own stuff. Don't leech off other people your entire life. Go make your own guides, make your own guild. Don't come in and disrupt what I'm doing trying to help new players. Like, it's so frustrating. But that's all I got for today's video. I will see you all tomorrow. Have a good rest of your day.